Hello, everybody. I'm Diara Jasmine. This is Diara Jasmine Yoga, and I'm so happy that you're here. In this video, we'll be doing a root chakra explanation, meditation, pranayama, which is breathing techniques, and a yoga flow, and affirmations. During the yoga flow, we're going to be joined by Antoinette from Journey to Antoinette on Instagram, and she'll be giving the vocal cues and the full asanas, which are the poses, while I do chair yoga so that we can make it accessible to as many people as possible. I just want to start by saying that right now is a time of revolution. It's necessary and it's beautiful, but it's also hard, and trying. And everybody's just trying to fight the good fight as best they can. So for me, I want to make sure I'm holding space for healing. And I wanted to share that with all of you. Well, Black Lives Matter is a movement to stop the unnecessary killing of Black people by police brutality. But it's bigger than that. The issue is bigger than that. We're talking about systemic racism. So the ways in which Black people mainly, but also Indigenous people and other people of color, the ways that our lives are fundamentally different than white people in America, but really right now all around the world, because there have been Black Lives Matter protests all around the world. Oh. So the root chakra is your first chakra. It's located in the base of your spine. Its color is red. Its element is earth. And it's a very instinctual chakra. It affects your sense of safety and security on this earthly journey, your place in the world. And in this video, we'll talk a lot about grounding, because your root chakra is really what grounds your aspect of self and physical identity to the earth. It anchors our energy into the manifest world. It's our foundation. So the root chakra, or Muladhara, deals with your primal emotions such as fight, flight, or fear, and core material needs like food, water, and shelter. When these needs are met, you feel grounded and safe. When your root chakra is balanced, you can harness courage and resourcefulness and use this energy to keep your will to live during trying times. Let's get started with a short root chakra meditation. Meet me at the mat. So stupid. We're gonna get started on our backs to really encourage grounding. Let the earth support you. I like to let my legs fall out, but you can do whatever is most comfortable for you. You can have your legs up or down, just as long as it feels right. Allow yourself to relax and come into your breathing. So, for a lot of people, the root chakra is the most out of balance, especially for Black people, Indigenous people, and other people of color, because the root chakra carries our ancestral memories, the good and the bad. So for me, that's the imprint of slavery. If your root chakra is imbalanced, it might be hard to feel safe in the world. Everything looks like a potential risk, so it's hard to trust people or situations or even yourself. When it's blocked, you might feel like all of your decisions are ruled by fear. if it's overactive, that fear might turn into greed or paranoia. And this all leads to a fear or hatred of change because you don't feel stable or secure. Without change, a lot of people deal with feeling stuck. So this can lead to feeling rigid in your behavior and your body. Imbalances in Muladhara can manifest itself physically in colon problems, bladder problems, constipation, low back pain, leg or feet issues, fatigue or anemia. Right now I'm actually having some low back pain, so this is a really good time to just look at your body, feel where that tightness is, what you want to let go of. I want you to imagine a red light. This red light is emanating from your lower back, the base of your spine, warming you, making you feel safe. Let the red light grow. Let it move from your lower back and into your legs, behind your knees, down to your ankles, into your toes. Feel it emanating up from the earth and into you, up from your toes, into your shins, into your thighs. At the source in your lower back, it gets more powerful. And it goes up along your spine, into your shoulders, through your head, and back into the ground. Like a circle, you and the earth connected. Just breathe. Don't force it. Find where the breath already is and allow it to flow. Just like that warm energy from the earth into you, into the earth, and into you. You can start to rock up left and right. Feel the support of the ground. And whenever you're ready, turn onto your side Then come up to hands and knees as we start our flow. We're going to get started in Sukhasana, which is a cross leg or butterfly legs like I have here. And we're going to do a little breathing, specifically Sitali pranayama, which is the cooling breath. So you're going to take your taco tongue and inhale, and then close your mouth and exhale. And this is a cooling breath. So that air that you're bringing in on the inhale is going to cool your mouth on the exhale. And this is a really good way to calm yourself down.
Now that we've finished our cooling breath, we're going to move forward to Marjayasana, which is cat-cow. Align your wrist underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips as you arch your back up and you drop your belly. So you arch up into cat and you drop your belly in cow. Just a few more times. Breathe through. Inhale, exhale. From here, we're going to go into some cat-cow rotation. So you're going to take that cat-cow and rotate all the way around. This encourages some spinal flexibility and mobility at the same time. So bring your cat-cow all the way around. Up, around, down. Other side, up, around, down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and out. Here we're going to keep with the same type of rotation, but we're going to move forward and back. So you're going to take your cat up, arch your back, and come back like you're going into child's pose and cow. So cat, arch your back, and relax. Up and back. Up and back. You can go ahead and reverse that same thing. You're going to go cow, then cat, cow, arch up into cat. Do it a few more times. Breathe in and out. Relax back into child's pose. You can widen your knees to make room for your belly if you need to. And relax your body down. And breathe. Balasana or child's pose is such a wonderful grounding pose. It just breathes that connection to the earth. So we're going to come up. You're going to bring your left leg forward into a low lunge or Anjaneyasana. And we're going to align our hands and our feet. You can bring your hand to your knee to get a little twist going in the spine. This low lunge helps release a lot of the fight or flight instinct that is held in the psoas and the quads. So take a few breaths here. You can play around with your positioning, but see what works best for you. You're then going to come up, shift your weight forward. Try to keep that left shoulder near that left knee as you lift your right arm up to switch your gaze in Utthita Parsvakonasana. Breathe through. With your back foot planted nice and firmly into your mat, you are going to lift up into Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana. Keep that left knee above that left ankle. Keep those shoulders down and away from your ears and breathe. From there, you're going to shift forward into your forward fold or Uttanasana, and have a micro bend in your knees to protect your lower back. You can grab your elbows to get a nice little hang there to release any tension that might still be lingering. And you're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time into mountain pose or Tandasana and continue to breathe. Ground yourself. If you'd like, begin to shift your weight some and open your legs a little bit wider as we enter chair pose or Utkatasana. Keep your shoulders away from your ears, bend those knees, keep your back flat, and breathe through as you reach toward the sky. From there, you're going to return back into your forward fold. Remember to have that micro bend in your knees as you grab your elbows if you like, and breathe through. Really feel the stretch up your back of your legs and your lower back as you stand in Uttanasana. From here, we're going to open our legs up a little bit wider, angle our feet and knees outward, and squat down into what's called Yogi Squat or Malasana. This is a really great grounding pose. It helps you open up to all that wonderful earth energy while you're balancing your root chakra at this moment. Remember to keep your shoulders down and back away from your ears and push those elbows into the inside of your knees. You're going to come back up into your forward fold or Uttanasana. You're going to grab those elbows and remember to have that micro bend in your knees. Breathe through. Prepare to step back into down dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. You can have a micro bend here at this point in your knees. You also can shift your feet to make room for your belly. Also shift your gaze toward your toes or the back of your mat. Keep your arms straight, shoulders pulled in and back, and return to tabletop or Barmanasana. You can shift back into child's pose again. You can move your knees to make room for your belly and just relax down and breathe. Even though Balasana is extremely relaxing, you're still doing work here. Your core is engaged. You're pushing your tailbone back towards your toes. It's wonderful. As we're breathing through, we're going to get right back up into tabletop. Continuing to focus on our breath and remain grounded right where we are, just as we are. We're going to prepare to bring that right foot forward, right next to our hands. Just as we did the left side, we must do the right. So bring that right foot up and get that nice deep low lunge or Anjaneyasana. We're going to go right back to stretching out this side of the psoas and the quads. We're going to reach that hand up to that knee to get a nice little twist if we like. Continue to breathe through as you get this nice stretch and this nice release. Prepare to lift that back knee up, shift our weight forward, and get prepared for that extended side angle pose or Utthita Parsvakonasana. Keep our shoulders down away from our ears as we shift our gaze toward the sky. Breathe through. With that back foot grounded, we're going to lift up into Warrior 2. We're going to keep our shoulders down away from our ears as we're reaching in opposite directions, keeping that knee bent, knee over ankle. We're going to shift our weight forward again, and we're going to enter that forward fold. Don't forget about that micro bend in your knees. You can keep your hands down on the mat, or you can grab your elbows. Really feel that stretch in your quads and in your lower back. Breathe. We're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, and we're going to stand in mountain pose or Tandasana. Really feel your connection to the ground and breathe. You can open your feet up wider as you enter chair pose. Make room for yourself as you need. Bend your knees, keep a flat back, and reach toward the sky. Breathe. Keep your core engaged and breathe. You can go back down into your forward fold or your uttanasana. Don't forget that micro bend in the knees. It's to protect your back and so you can feel that nice stretch going all the way up the back of your legs. You can shift your weight some more. Open your feet up some, open your legs up and squat down into malasana or yogi squat. Keep your tailbone tucked under, keep your back flat. Use your elbows to extend that stretch some more between your knees. Breathe through and play around with how you want to keep your hands. Just continue to breathe and remain grounded. Come back up into that forward fold. Breathe through. Keep that micro bend in your knees before you step back into downward dog. Shift your gaze, adjust your feet accordingly, and breathe through. Keep that micro bend in your knees if you need to or if you'd like to. Make room for your belly as necessary. You can widen your stance. Just continue to breathe. Push against the ground. Then come back into tabletop and rest back into child's pose. Again, make room as you need. This is your body. This is your practice. Do what you need to for you and breathe through.
Meet me back in Sukhasana with one hand over the heart and one on the belly for some root chakra affirmations. Repeat after me. I am grounded. I am grounded. I trust my instincts. I trust my instincts. I have the right to be here. I have the right to be here. I am safe. I am safe. I am nourished. I am nourished. I am connected to the world around me. I am connected to the world around me. I am able to manifest. I am able to manifest. I allow myself to have. I allow myself to have. What I have is enough. What I have is enough. The light in me recognizes the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me. Stay safe.